Hi there, my name is Joe and I've been on the social media exchange event today, and one of the sessions I attended was on vlogging, and one of the challenges was to record your first vlog. So here I am. So I would like to talk about an event I went to a couple of weeks ago. It was called Climate Rising and it was held in London, and it was aimed at people who had been in Paris in December for the climate change talks, and it was the people who were there to protest or to register their feelings about the agreement. I was a part of a group that cycled to Paris, which was great fun, and yeah, on the face of it, there was a lot of celebration about the agreement. It was 2 degrees warming, maybe 1.5, and it was very ambitious, and it was a start of a new era. But I think now the dust has settled, there's a lot of people who are actually saying it's a pretty bad agreement, and there's a lot of problems with the way the agreement was reached, and the devil in the detail, or lack of detail in some respects. Anyway, so the session, the day Climate Rising, was organised by Friends of the Earth, and it was a really interesting event. I met lots of very interesting people, and we had lots of really good discussions, including a session on food. And you might think there's not much connection between food and climate, but actually there's a huge connection, and food is, I think, the second biggest emitter of greenhouse gases globally, and that's partly because there's so many people, and partly because of the amount of meat that we're eating and the increasing amount of meat, which takes up land and uses grain that could be feeding people and causes deforestation and is very energy intensive. So for all of those reasons, meat is bad, not least for the animals and the welfare of them. There's a movement in Bristol, though, which is called the Flexitarian movement. It's not just in Bristol, but some people from Flexi Bristol came and talked to us about it. That's Flexi Bristol on Twitter, and they were really cool. So the idea is that you eat less and better meat, and if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, you can go to a restaurant that has the Flexitarian badge of honour, knowing that there'll be some really good, healthy, tasty choices for you, and they will cost less. And also, if you're a meat eater, there'll be high welfare, local, organic meat on the menu as well. So it's kind of a win-win situation, and I think the idea is not to scare people off with the idea of veganism, but to encourage people to eat less and better meat. So that's definitely a step in the right direction, and I think that's a really cool movement. So they were saying, let's see if we can inspire a movement and get this across the country in towns and cities, and wouldn't it be cool if you lived in a town that was the first ever Flexitarian certified town? So I thought that was really interesting and a good thing that we could all be getting involved in. I also attended a session on climate change and nature, but that is a huge topic, and I will save that for the second instalment. Thanks for listening.